The following contest is your main event of the week, scheduled for one fall, one submission or knockout to decide the winner. And it is for the Animated Wrestling League Grand Championship.
It's Friday night, and you know what that means. Main event Friday in the AWL, and this is for all the marbles. AWL 343. This entity defeated Kid Canada in a non-title singles match. That put him into the AWL Best 4. That got him a spot in the title picture. Since then, he has systematically destroyed every member of the AWL Best 4 to become the undisputed #1 contender. Even though Kid Canada defended the title a couple weeks ago against #2 contender Aztec Kaiser Neo because they needed to make sure that Kid Canada was ready for this match. This man is and has been the #1 challenger for a while now. And finally, at the Spring Supercard, the main event, arguably where he belongs, Ganba, Hisshi, Dark will challenge. As per wrestling custom and tradition, the challenger comes out first. Hisshi, the strange little demon creature behind Ganba, Hisshi, Dark. That used to be a human being. Ganba used to be the top babyface in the AWL. Season 0 original. But now, he has fallen completely to the darkness of the pit. But if there is a light in the darkness, it's a very Canadian light. Kid Canada. He has maple syrup in his veins, and he cracks poutine. He's the most Canadian man in the world. He runs around with knives on his feet even when he's not playing hockey. He's the most Canadian man in the world. He refers to his genitalia as his Stanley Cup and Timbits. He's the most Canadian man in the world. He has no sense of direction other than by intersection of major streets. He's the most Canadian man in the world. He has no earthly concept of cash. He's the most Canadian man in the world. Jokes aside, and they're not even funny jokes, I realize, it's time for the AWL Grand Championship match. Let's make this official.
Introducing first, the challenger. Fighting out in the pit. Accompanied by Guso.
The pit's personal ring announcing spirit or whatever this thing is.
Where does that come from?
I don't know.
And his opponent, he is the reigning and defending Animated Wrestling League Grand Champion. Tonight, making his 4th title defense, the most Canadian champion in the world, Kid Canada!
Kid all business tonight.
This is an officially sanctioned Grand Championship match under the auspices of the Animated Wrestling League. AWL Commissioner presiding. At the sound of the bell, AWL Senior Official Joey Babaganoush in charge.
With all due respect to Chiba Akagi, Lee Masters, and Aztec Kaiser Neo, this is the biggest challenge of Kid Canada's current reign as champion. 30 minutes on the clock. We may not need all of them. Huge flying kick and undisputed tachiai for Ganba, Hisshi, Dark. Ganba coming out full power with a sit-out power slam, Falcon Zero if you insist. And the first offensive move is a swinging neckbreaker, independent wrestling staple, the indie neckbreaker. 30 seconds in before Kid Canada makes his first attack. That does not bode well. Drop toe hold across the top rope, slips down to the bottom, slips down to the red rope, sorry. Our ropes here in the AWL, reminiscent of the Japanese flag, the Hinamaru. Out of respect to our homeland here. And head first, AWL logo being branded onto the mask of Kid Canada by the pure force of Ganba Hisshi Dark. And Canada thinks, okay, it needs to take a break here, but no. Ganba gonna push the advantage. Actually, I think that's good strategy for Ganba Hisshi Dark. Overwhelming power. That's what he needs right here, right now, is the overwhelming force. He's just not gonna get it. Irish whip into the corner, back into the ring, I should say. Kid Canada trying to retake control here. This is for the Grand Championship, all the marbles. It's been a bad week for the forces of the pit, losing in fairly emphatic fashion, only defeating one member of the Pro Sentai Ranger before being eliminated. But if Ganba Hisshi Dark can bring the AWL Grand Championship back to the forces of evil, well, that would be a win. That would be a winning week, no doubt. 27 minutes, 45 seconds approximately. Going up, fireman's carry position. Oyasumi nasai! Canada again using his ring awareness to his advantage, slipping in and out. Classic game of AWL cat and mouse. Boom! Downward spiral. Falling face first to the forces of the pit. Drop kick swatted away like a fly, and Ganba Hisshi Dark going to the top rope. That was a mistake. He falls down, crotches himself on the top rope. Kid Canada with an opportunity. Is he thinking superplex? I think he is. Kid Canada. Superplex back into the ring. And Canada the first back to his feet. And he has got everything under control. Ganba Hisshi Dark makes one mistake trying to go to the top rope, and that could be it. 1, 2, no. Ganba Hisshi Dark in trouble. Body slam, reverse, escape out the back, shoves him away. Lariato! Big bad lariat. And going up, vertical suplex. Didn't quite have the snap on it that you usually expect from a graduate of the dungeon, but it worked, and especially with the weight differential here. Any kind of high impact offense from Kid Canada. Speaking of high impact, the shotgun drop kick of Ganba Hisshi Dark. Head first, back into the turnbuckle. Cover. 1, 2. 1 second away from a new champion. Okay, here we go. He's looking for Akuma no Tsubasa, the wings of the devil. Can he get him out on the shoulders like the wings of Satan himself? Right hands. Escape by Kid Canada. Escape by Kid Canada. Canadian Destroyer! He's done it. He's done it! He countered into the Canadian Destroyer! Canadian Crunch! Canadian Crunch! Canadian Crunch of the most Canadian man in the world! The True North! Strong and free! 1, 2, 3! Shorty-o! Victory for the good guys! Kid Canada! Kid Canada! So much! Every little mistake that Ganba made that entire match, Kid Canada was ready for it. I thought this was the beginning of the end, the shotgun drop kick. But Kid Canada digging deep, bringing forth the spirit of Tim Horton himself to kick out of that at 2. But this was it, the escape of the Akuma no Tsubasa into the Canadian Destroyer, followed up Canadian Crunch. That was it. And after a month plus of build, Kid Canada gets his win back over Ganba Hisshi Dark, ending Sakura Mania on a great note.
Here's your winner, and still Animated Wrestling League Grand Champion, Kid Canada!
Next, he's got Matt Classic. We'll see you next time at Champions Week. But for tonight, これで決まりだ.